Did you know that wrestling is one of the oldest forms of combat, dating back 15,000 years? Yes, you heard it right, 15,000 years. The art of wrestling has been etched into the annals of human history, even before we could properly write it down. It's a testament to our innate desire to compete, to prove ourselves, to grapple with the very essence of human strength and skill. Imagine, if you will, the ancient caves of Lascaux in France. Within these stone walls, our ancestors left us a window into their world. Among the countless paintings of animals and hunters, you'll find depictions of men locked in combat, using wrestling techniques that are still practiced to this day. These paintings, a silent testament to the sport's longevity, whisper to us across the millennia. But the tale of wrestling doesn't stop at cave paintings. Let's fast forward a few thousand years to the cradle of civilization, Egypt. Here, on the banks of the Nile, wrestling was not just a sport but a part of their culture, a form of entertainment. Ancient Egyptian art is replete with scenes of wrestlers, showcasing the sport's prestige and popularity. Now let's journey a little further to Greece, the birthplace of the Olympic Games. Wrestling was a crowning jewel in these ancient competitions. It was here that wrestling was elevated from mere sport to a form of art, a display of physical prowess and strategic thinking. The Greeks treasured wrestling, seeing it as a training for warriors, a preparation for the trials of battle. From the silent stories told on the walls of Lascaux, the sun-drenched banks of the Nile, to the hallowed grounds of Olympia, wrestling has been a constant companion in our shared human journey. It's more than just a sport, it's a testament to our endurance, our competitive spirit, and our unyielding determination to strive for greatness. From cave paintings to the ancient Olympics, wrestling has been a part of human culture for thousands of years. And as we'll discover, it's a sport that continues to evolve, adapt, and enthrall us to this day. As societies evolved, so did wrestling, taking on unique forms and rules across different cultures. From the snowy expanses of Scandinavia to the vibrant landscapes of the Far East, wrestling has woven itself into the very fabric of our shared human history. In the land of the rising sun, Japan, the ancient sport of sumo stands as a testament to wrestling's enduring appeal. Rooted in Shinto rituals, sumo is more than just a test of strength. It's a dance, a ceremony, a clash of titans steeped in centuries of tradition. The sumo ring, or dojo, becomes a sacred space where power and grace collide. Over in China, we find Jiao Li. Born from the need for soldiers to master hand-to-hand combat during the Zhou dynasty, it evolved into a sport with a rich tapestry of techniques. Jiao Li matches were not only a test of strength, but also of strategy, agility, and the ability to outthink an opponent. It's like a physical game of chess, where every move could spell victory or defeat. Then there's Gleamer. In the rugged terrain of Scandinavia, wrestling became a way of life. Gleamer, which literally translates to a flash of power, was a necessary survival skill for the Vikings. It was a game, a sport, and a means of self-defense all rolled into one. It was all about balance, agility, and quick thinking, reflecting the harsh realities of life in those ancient societies. These are but a few examples of how wrestling has adapted and flourished in different corners of the world. Each style, with its unique rules and traditions, tells a story of the people and the times they lived in. They capture not just the physicality of wrestling, but also the mental strength and strategic thinking it demands. These unique wrestling styles are not just sports, but a reflection of the cultures they originated from. They serve as a fascinating window into our past, shedding light on the human spirit's resilience and our timeless desire to test our limits. Fast forward to the 19th century, and wrestling begins to take on the forms we're familiar with today. As we roll into the 19th century, wrestling begins to evolve into two distinct styles that we know and love today: freestyle and Greco-Roman. This bifurcation was not a mere accident, but a result of the establishment of international wrestling federations, each with its own preferred style. Let's start with freestyle wrestling. This style is a bit of a free-for-all, hence the name. It allows the use of the wrestler's or his opponent's legs in offense and defense. Freestyle wrestling is a dynamic display of strength, speed, and agility, where the competitors have the freedom to use almost any part of their body to gain an advantage. It's a high-energy, high-stakes game that can turn on a dime. Now, let's pivot to Greco-Roman wrestling. This style, with roots deep in ancient history, is a bit more restrictive. In Greco-Roman wrestling, holds below the waist are off limits. That's right, no leg tackles or trips here. Instead, the focus is on throws. Wrestlers use their upper body strength to lift and toss their opponents onto the mat. It's a test of raw power and precise technique, a spectacular show of control and dominance. So how did these two styles come to be? Well, in the late 19th century, international wrestling federations began to form. These federations standardized the rules of wrestling, formalizing the split between freestyle and Greco-Roman. The International Federation of Associated Wrestling Styles, known as FILA, was established in the early 20th century and has been governing international competition ever since. These two styles, though different in rules and technique, share the same core essence: the thrilling physical and mental battle between two athletes. They both require strength, skill, strategy, and an indomitable spirit. Freestyle and Greco-Roman wrestling, two distinct styles, both captivating in their own right, are the pillars of modern wrestling. In the world of wrestling, legends are made from strength, skill, and an indomitable will to win. The wrestling mat has been graced by countless such legends, each leaving their unique mark on the sport. Today, we shine a spotlight on a few of these titans. Our story begins with Alexander Karelin, a man often referred to as the greatest Greco-Roman wrestler of all time. Hailing from Russia, Karelin's career spanned over a decade, during which he amassed an impressive 9 gold medals at World Wrestling Championships and 3 gold medals at the Olympics. His signature move, the reverse body lift, is still remembered as one of the most awe-inspiring feats in wrestling history. Next, we turn to Dan Gable, an American wrestling icon. Gable's wrestling prowess was evident from a young age, with a high school record that boasted only 1 loss. His collegiate career was equally impressive, culminating in 2 NCAA titles. But the crowning achievement of Gable's career came at the Munich Olympics in 1972, where he won a gold medal without conceding a single point. Off the mat, Gable has been instrumental in promoting the sport, coaching numerous champions and serving as an ambassador for wrestling. And then there's Saori Yoshida, a Japanese female wrestler who has carved her name in the annals of wrestling history. Yoshida's record is nothing short of phenomenal, with 13 World Championship gold medals and 3 Olympic gold medals. Her dominance in the 55-kilogram category is unparalleled, and her impact on women's wrestling globally is immeasurable. These are just a few of the legends who have graced the wrestling mat. Each one, with their unique style, incredible achievements, and enduring legacy, has contributed to the rich tapestry of wrestling history. Their stories are not just about victories and defeats, but about the human spirit, the will to strive, and the courage to overcome. These wrestling legends inspire the next generation of grapplers, continuing the age-old tradition of this beautiful sport. From ancient caves to international arenas, wrestling continues to evolve, captivating audiences worldwide. Today, wrestling holds a prestigious position in the Olympics and internationally recognized competitions, standing as a testament to its enduring appeal. Its influence seeps into other sports too, like mixed martial arts, adding a layer of intensity and strategy. As we look to the future, one thing is certain: wrestling will continue to grip us, just as it has for thousands of years. We've grappled with the history of wrestling, from ancient traditions to modern legends. We've journeyed from the ancient amphitheaters to the contemporary wrestling mats, exploring the evolution of this sport's styles and strategies. We've celebrated the legends who've left indelible marks on the mat and looked towards the future of wrestling. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the world of wrestling. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the world of sports.